guys, it's Jen from Likehearted. So spring is here and Easter's right around the corner, and today I'm going to show you how to make deviled eggs 3 different ways. They're not only perfect for that Easter brunch, but they're great for maybe any barbecues or any other entertaining parties you might have coming up in the future. So let me show you how I made them. Okay, so the first recipe I'm going to show you to make is these bacon deviled eggs. In order to get started, I'm just going to take my hard-boiled eggs and I'm going to cut them in half. But I'm actually going to do a little bit of a twist on it. I saw this new way to cut them on Pinterest the other day and definitely wanted to try it out. So here's what you're going to do, is you're going to take your hard-boiled egg and you're just going to cut a little bit at each end off so you can kind of create a flat bottom. So I'm going to just take a little bit. Then you're going to cut them in half like you normally would. Dump out your yolk so it's ready to go. And the cool thing is then it's just going to sit right there for you. Just a different kind of twist on the classic cut. All right, so now I've got my yolks. I'm actually just making a smaller batch so I can show you guys the 3 different ways I'm gonna do it. But you can generally make these with a dozen or a half dozen, whatever you like. But for this, I'm gonna get started is I'm gonna take my mayo and I'm gonna add about a tablespoon. Then I'm going to add in a half a tablespoon of cooked bacon. So I've already cooked it and I just chopped it up really fine. Then I'm gonna add in half a tablespoon of chives. I've already got some chopped up here. Then I'm gonna do a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm gonna add in just a touch of parsley, finely chopped. Then I'm gonna take Dijon mustard. I'm gonna do 1/4 of a teaspoon. Last but not least, just a little dash of hot sauce. And then to get this going, I like to use a fork first, kind of mash up the yolks. All right, so now your mixture's all ready to go. I'm actually gonna get a little fancy with these and I'm going to pipe them into the egg whites. So I've got my mix and I've got my pastry bag ready to go, kind of like how I've showed you guys before. Super easy to fill it by putting it in a glass. I'm just gonna dump this in here. All right, so now we're gonna fill our egg yolks. All right, so now I'm gonna garnish these with a piece of bacon and a little bit of those extra chopped chives. All right, so the next recipe I'm gonna show you is just the classic deviled egg. So all you're gonna do is take your hard-boiled egg, we're just gonna cut it in half, throw our yolk in here. Then for this recipe, same thing, as always, part of your base is a little bit of mayo. I'm gonna do another 1/4 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I'm just gonna do a splash of red wine vinegar, then just salt and pepper. Again with my fork, I'm just gonna mash it up. And for these, we're just gonna garnish with a little bit of smoked paprika. The last recipe I'm gonna show you today is this smoked salmon and herb. This one might be my favorite. So I'm gonna get started just like I did with the bacon deviled eggs. So I'm just going to cut the ends and cut them in half so that they can kind of stand upright. All right, so I'm going to add again in a little bit of the mayo. About a tablespoon. I would say it's about a tablespoon per 2 yolks, so you can kind of measure it out depending on how many eggs you do. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a bunch of fresh herbs. So I'm going to use some dill, some thyme, some chives, and parsley. All right, then I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of this granular mustard. It's kind of the stone ground one. This one's actually got a little bit of horseradish in it, so I think it's kind of nice to add a little bit of a kick, but you can use just regular kind of stone ground mustard. Then of course a little salt and pepper. Okay, so then to garnish these, we're going to add a little bit of smoked salmon. This is probably my favorite. And then I'm gonna add also a little bit of touch of that fresh dill. So I hope you all enjoyed these recipes and that you guys are ready for the warmer weather and spring to come along. And if you want to see more recipes and entertaining tips, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on Iamlikehearted.com.